Hello friends, this is Scott, and Willow and I need to talk to you today about one of the key missing elements that I have not described too much that's necessary to make hot compost. As you see here, the materials are shrunk down quite a bit in the bin. And again, this is approximately a 3 by 3 by 3 bin. And yeah, it's got quite a bit of material, but kind of give you a hint of where we're headed on this. But that's only 122, 124 degrees. So with the bin that full, that's all the heat I could generate. So that's not quite enough for hot compost. Now it is breaking down the materials, but I don't think that heat there is enough to break down any weed seeds or pathogens. I did add a little bit of biochar, but again, this material continues to shrink. And when you're starting to try to build bins in one day, it just doesn't work because the volume isn't there. And again, that's the key term here, as I'll be getting to, is volume. So I keep adding every week for the last couple weeks, and keep getting close to the top, but I'm still not heaping. And you see the steam coming off, and even when you see steam in the early mornings, and it's hot, so it is working. But I'm wondering what the temperature is, even with this steam here, and I don't know if it's enough at this point. So let's take a look. So we're finally in the red on the thermometer, and we're still only at about 136 degrees. So that's not anywhere near the maximum that you can get on hot compost. Again, it shrinks again. So I'm just going to spend another week mowing and adding leaves and adding that material to the compost bin because I want to have it heaping. And I decided to go ahead and go with 2 bins at this point instead of just having one original bin. So just keep mowing, keep adding green. Again, it's 2 or 3 inches of green and then 6 to 8 inches of brown. And again, I'm still not, from that last mowing, I'm still not up to snuff of where I want it to be, heaping wise. So it takes another week. And there we go. So I finally had more grass clippings and I was able to pile the leaves high. And even that is going to continue to shrink down. And so I have 2 kind of original bins, and so I'm going to go ahead and go with that. That's about where I want it to be for 2. And I'm out of leaves. The only leaves I have are contained in this black bin. So that's all I've got left. I'm going to have to scrounge up other brown materials, but I didn't have nearly enough. So again, you got to collect leaves in the fall because you got to have a lot because you're going to run out, and I'm already out and it's May. So I have check the temperature, and I finally reached, above what I thought it should be. It's about a 164, and that's probably too hot, but that's where we ended up, and we finally got it hot enough. And again, as you see, it shrunk down again. So again, that's as hot as compost as you want it to be, but it takes volume, and that's the missing ingredient. You got to have air, you got to have water, you got to have carbon, you got to have nitrogen, and you need to have volume. If you don't at least have a 3 by 3 by 3 or a 3 by 3 by 4 pile, you're not going to make hot compost. It'll never get quite to the point that you want it to be. So anyway, hope that's a good tip for you. And remember, you got to have enough volume. I'll talk about some other issues with having too much volume in the next video, but we'll worry about that on another day. Thanks for watching.